John's got this great move, by the way. I did the dumbest thing I've ever done in my whole life. I can't believe still how stupid I am. John and I are up in Syracuse.
I can.
John and I are up in Syracuse. We're drinking. Okay?
Yeah.
And I don't know, John just... we start talking and
tricks
drinking.
You. It's like Mary tricks you.
A bunch of people hanging around, but now everyone's out of the room. Just me and John. And I don't know, but it's 10 minutes later, he knows how much I make him.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding?
From Ian.
That's not true, no. He doesn't know from me.
Why would you tell him that?
Because John goes, well, because John told me what he made. But, see, what John makes from here isn't really, it's not the same thing, because John's got a whole bunch of other...
So what happened when you found out what Gary made? I don't even know what Gary makes.
Honestly, can I tell you this? Our hotel rooms were adjacent to each other, but I forgot. So when I got into the room, I started screaming to Susanna. It was like, I can't believe how much he makes. And then I realized Gary was next door, and so they was like, shh.
You know what the funny thing was? Up until 3 years ago, John and I were probably like $10,000 apart. That used to make me nuts.
Yeah. Well, that's not right.
So I got a little raise here and there, and then,
Gary,
John got a reduction.
Gary, by the way, I didn't bring it up. You did.
I did, because we're not going to talk about numbers. We just talked about. But this is what John does.
I can't believe you got him to admit that.
How did you do that?
Oh, it was great.
John, tell them what happened.
It was a moment of excellence.
John, tell them what happened 10 seconds after I told you.
What?
I just was already yelling at myself.
Yeah. It was.
I go, why did I just tell you that?
And I was yelling at myself too.
Well, why would you be yelling at? Why would you be mad that I make what I make and you make what you make? I mean, you leave every day at 11 to go to lunch.
No, it just was. You know what, Gary? I don't want to. Well, I was just amazed at how much it was. Like, I didn't think it was that much. In my head, when I figured out your salary in my head, it was always a lot lower.
So you could be off when you're telling us what everybody makes.
Yeah, and then I figured
it totally changed my...
DePace and I figured out exactly what John makes, and I asked him to his face, and John just got a funny smirk, and goes, no, that's not true, so now I know it's true. We figured out... what happened was we got like 10 people together. We did a job.
Yeah, I mean, what is
we
this?
got like 10 people together. So some people know one aspect of a salary. Some people know other aspects. I know another aspect. And we all put our heads together and figured out what he makes. And he makes...
Well, that's the thing I'm a little angry about.
Probably even a little bit more than I make. What are you a little angry about? That's
no, Howard, you know what I make? No. I'm angry that, like...
We guessed.
No, but doesn't Tom tell you how much all of us make?
No.
He does.
Yeah.
Yes.
He tells you?
Yeah, and that's
I know how much.
He didn't even tell me.
I know what he would tell you if you wanted to. I know what John and Casey and JD and Will...
Why is that right?
Because he wants me to know what their salary is, because he
but that's
just
not right.
sees me as their boss.
That's not right.
But what do you mean it's not right? He's in charge of you.
All right. But I don't know, just weird that he knows how much I make.
Howard, can you say that again?
Yeah, Gary's your boss.
I understand, but I'm just weird that he knows how much I make.
But he is your boss.
He's your boss. Your boss always knows what you make. He's in on what you make. Because Tom comes in and
but I don't
says,
ask
John
Gary
worth
for
money.
a raise. I ask Tom for a raise.
Yeah, but Tom has to go to his supervisor and say, is this guy worth the money?
Exactly. Tom comes to me and asks me about what he's been up to.
No wonder why I'm not making any money.
Yeah. Start pleasing Gary.
I better stop making fun of Mr. Mom now.
He's your big tooth apron wearing boss.
Yo, Gary, hey, about 3.5 years ago...
He's not only a good mom, he's a good boss.
About 3.5 years ago, I fell for the same thing. I mean, he's good.
Don't tell him anything.
He goes, you know what he does? He elbows you, and he goes, come on, there's nobody in here. And he goes, and you know what? You already sort of know what I make, and I can't, it's got to be right. And I go for a raise.
And you broke down.
I had 8 Heinekens. And
right.
That's an amazing obsession.
I got to take a break. An
amazing obsession.
And he finds out. Yeah. We got to take a break. When we come back, what?
ABC, they're giving you like $2 million, right?
Between you and me?
Yeah.
John and I want to know where to send resumes for the show, by the way.
Guess what Howard's making from ABC?
No, it's not $2 million.
But you know what, Howard?
More.
We were having a whole big discussion.
That's crazy. It's one special.
Oh, okay.
I was having a big discussion with a couple of guys around here. We're all shocked. The other day, I asked Fred if he was worth $2 million. And Fred was like, get out of here. What are you, crazy? How can Fred not be worth $2 million? He's been here for 20 years.
I think Fred's worth a good amount of dough.
He's got to be worth at least $5 million.
But what do you mean by worth? What is
$5 million?
Yeah.
No.
But he was...
Between his houses and his apartment and everything?
But he acted so genuine when he said that he's not even worth $2 million. No,
I'm not.
There's no way that's possible.
Your houses and your apartment?
I work for Tom.
That's no way.
Wait, hold on. Howard, if you
own that.
If you own $1 million house, but you have a mortgage on it, you're not. It doesn't mean you're a millionaire.
No. I'm saying figure out what you could get out of it.
Yeah. How could that be possible?
I don't know. I don't know what Fred makes. I honestly don't. Very possible.
John will just have to go to Syracuse.
Do you think Fred's worth more than $2 million?
Tell you.
You know, John came to me right after the show that day, and he said, "Could you believe what Fred said?" I said, "Really, John? I hadn't thought about it since the show." But John makes you sit and think.
Yep.
Oh, well, we had a lunch about it. We were all...
Fred might have high overhead.
Very high overhead.
Hey, between you and me, from what I hear, Fred's on an internship. 20-year internship. I got to take a break. Fred is not worth $2 million, we just learned.
Absolutely not.
And we'll take a break right after this.
Relax, John.
Here's model actress Angie Everhart on her relationship with Howard Stern.
John, you have a question?
Yeah, can I ask Angie a question?
Go ahead.
Angie, was Howard great in a sack? Is that what you're implying?
Can I answer that, Howard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait.
Gee,
Wait. You can't say the X word.
The Howard Stern Show. 95 X.
The power of Christ compels you.
We're going to California and Texas and New York.
The power of Christ compels you.
We're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan.
The power of Christ compels you.
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
The power of Christ compels you.
Yeah.
Who put that together?
Vinny.
That's great.
Nice. We were all just bad-mouthing John in here.
Really?
Because Brian told me that one time during the stock market, boom, that John left his stock market statement out on the desk, and Brian looked it over and said he had over $1 million worth of stock alone.
Oh my goodness,
No.
that was a few years
busy
ago.
trying to figure out what everybody else makes.
He's just consumed with it. Gary said John is so consumed with what people make that he even embarrasses people. They went out to lunch with Bally's one time. It was Gary, John, a couple of the guys from E.
I was there, too.
And Artie was there, and John just started in like, what do you make? And I know what Isaac makes. And what?
He went right around the table. I'm telling you, John was holding court. He went right around the table, and he got every person. It was like he was shining a spotlight on them. Doug from E, Isaac.
Well, they asked me to do it.
Then he turned to the head of Bally's, the guy that runs Bally, and started, it's just uncomfortable.
And the move is, John goes, I know what you make. You got to make at least 300, right? 300,000.
You got to make at least 300. Then he gauges their reaction, and then he goes in for the kill based on their reaction.
Yeah, can I say something, Howard? That statement is totally not true.
What?
I swear on my life, I never had $1 million of stock ever in my life.
Whatever.
I don't know what he saw, but I swear
Brian saw $1 million
on my children's lives.
That better not be true, because you're begging for cab money.
No, I swear.
Well, that's going to ruin his
Why
gig.
is he denying that?
No, because it's not true. If it was true, I would say it, but it's so not
How
true.
far off was it?
It was totally...
Oh, you had over $500,000 in stock.
Never.
You had over $250,000 in stock.
See, that's his move.
I know. I'm doing his move. This is what you do to people.
You left your statement up on the computer, and there was a lot of stock there.
Brian, you must not know how to read. I never had $1 million in stock ever in my life.
I had
$2 million.
How much it's worth, and then there's a total at the end, and that dude.
Yeah.
What was the total?
Oh, I know what he saw. No. No. A lot of times, I play like a game. I'll say that I have all these stocks, and then I see how much that I would make, and I say I have 1,000 shares of like all these different stocks. I swear to God, you can pull it up now.
You're phoning up the numbers.
Yeah, no, it's just all. I just want to see how much I would have made if I would have had,
Whatever.
Yeah, but I swear.
Brian.
You have a lot of money.
I don't have a lot of money. It's such a lie.
You have over $1 million.
No, I do not.
How far off am I?
You're totally.
You have over $500,000.
Totally far off.
What?
You don't have over $250,000.
No.
You're a liar. Swear on your children's life you don't have over $250,000.
Swear on your children's life that you make $20 million
whoa, wait a second. Swear on your children's life. He saw $1 million in stock.
I just told you, I swear.
So swear you don't have over
$1 million in stock.
Do you swear you make less than $250,000? Do you have less than $250,000 in assets?
I'm not going to swear on that.
Okay, fine. See, now we know. We know you're over $250,000,
right,
but under $500,000.
Swear that you're
I'm
worth
not going to play your game.
Swear that you're worth.
What do you think I'm worth?
$100 million.
What? Do you know I had a divorce?
Yeah, and
it's still worth $100 million.
No, you used to have $200 million.
I wish.
Get out of here. I'm exactly right.
Get out of here. I'm not playing your game.
Yes,
and
now
you know
want to play.
This is what you do to people, and you do it to people at dinner and lunch.
You make $20 million a year.
I'm not going to answer you. You do it to people over and over, and you embarrassed the guy from Bally's.
They asked me.
Well, you have to do everything.
Why did they go to lunch with him?
Who asked me to do that? They asked me to take a guess to see how close I can get, with everybody.
No, but John, you went.
Well, I know you have over 250,000 now.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I'm not going to swear.
I know it. I know it.
I got
401k
and stuff.
401k.
Are you worth more than Fred?
Absolutely. No way.
If he's got $1 million in stock.
Fred's lying. He's got $1 million.
All right, I don't really care. I have a lot to get to. Get out.
If Fred's not worth $2 million, he's got to be the dumbest guy on the planet.
Oh my God.
There you go.
That's a nice thing to say.
Thanks, John. Not only am I poor, I'm dumb.
Well, Freddie, because I know how bright you are, and there's no way you're not worth over $2 million. There's no way. You've been here for 20 years. That's impossible.
What? You think?
That's impossible.
I don't know where you're getting these figures. John, this is radio. Fred. Howard is an exceptional person.
You got to at least be making $500,000 a year.
He's worth the money he deserves.
Fred, you got to be...
Robin is worth the money she deserves.
You got to be making at least $500,000
Fred is making $500,000 a year. You're saying he should have $2 million in savings?
Well, he's been here for 20 years. So let's just say the last 5 years he's making $500,000 a year.
You know what I started in radio making? I made $150 a week.
Yeah, but then you became famous, and...
You know what I was making when I went to...
Howard,
NBC?
take a guess. You don't know how much...
Tell him,
Howard,
Fred, because I don't know how much
Fred made.
You know what he was making? I know what he made at NBC.
I was making $35,000, and I was almost broke.
That was 18 years ago. Howard,
I was broke.
Howard, you don't know how much, Fred makes, do you?
No.
So how much do you think he makes?
I don't know what Fred makes. I don't want to guess. That's his business.
I don't know where you're getting these figures, John, but I'm not like the star of the show.
Well, I know how much Jackie turned down because Jackie told me after he left. All right?
I have no idea what Jackie made.
Okay, so if Fred's not close to where Jackie was, I mean, how could that be?
It probably is. I don't know. I don't know if they're close.
What Jackie made. I don't know how he handled with them. I don't know what his strategy was. He certainly made a lot of money with the tapes and all the other.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about salary from here.
I have no idea. And you want to know something? I had the class never to ask him.
That's true, man. Fred's got class. You're just like classless.
No.
It's an insanely
Jackie told me because he thought.
No, Jackie told you because you were calling me every minute thinking that I was a traitor to Jackie. Then when you finally got the amount, you realized.
I didn't think you were a traitor.
Yeah, you thought I threw Jackie out of here.
No.
And then you found out the
story
truth.
Was so different than yours. Exactly. I mean, I hear him telling me one.
Well, you know what? I'm sick of it. You're fired. You every minute with Jackie. Get off the air. Get out of here. You're irritating me. Every minute he sided with Jackie. Get out of here. How could you believe Jackie's side of anything?
I never sided with Jackie.
Jackie's delusional.
No. Jackie just...
Do I seem delusional to you?
No, I didn't side with Jackie.
Don't insult me.
Get out. It's ridiculous.
Now that you're fired, tell us how much you make.
Howard, now that he's fired, can I have his money?
Right.
Yeah, could you?
It's your money now, Fred.
I'm telling you, Jackie only told me because he said it wasn't the same discrepancy that you were saying. That's all.
Okay.
But I mean, it wasn't like,
Now that you knew what Jackie makes, was I crazy?
No.
Okay.
And I've always said that.
Right.
He was crazy, and I think he made a big mistake.
Exactly, and he knows it.
I think he was a dumb
Him and Kathy Lee should go stare at each other. Right, now get off my show. This isn't your show, it's my show.
Always. I mean, as soon as you buy something...
I'm a celebrity. Why am I out of here?
As soon as you buy something, it goes, how much did that cost?
Yeah, every minute with how much it cost. Oh, he must have been driving you crazy about the birthday party you threw me.
I haven't talked to him really about that, but I remember once saying I got something. He goes, yeah, how much did that cost? Like, get away from me.
What was awkward about that lunch was, like, in this room, like, it's insane ball break, and we're kind of used to it. But when he went to the Bally's guy, he, like, turned red, the guy. It's insanely personal.
It's inappropriate.
He made some of the E guys uncomfortable, too. Some of the, like Isaac and those guys.
What did he say to Isaac?
He threw a number to Doug. I remember Doug just looked like a deer caught in the headlights. Because Doug goes, you've been here a long time. You got to be making at least... And I can't remember what the number was that he threw out, but Doug just looked like... Here's Isaac.
It was really weird because, like, you're talking about a table of maybe 15 people. Right. And John's in a corner talking about money with, 3 or 4 guys. And all of a sudden he starts doing this, like, round table. Let's go around the whole table and figure out what everybody makes. John Harris makes this much. And I'm like, please don't get to me. Please don't get to me.
What did he say you made?
I don't even remember. But, we don't make as much as the sales guys or,
$80 million.
But, I mean, I think everybody was, like, a little...
They're worth $100 million. $100 million.
Isaac's uncle.
What do you got much money you got to make $100 million? You crazy? Whack job. $100 million.
It's a lot of cake.
You're damn right. If I had $100 million, I'd be so out this door today.
Please.
Because I know my lifestyle. All I need is $50 million to live on.
You'd be set.
Damn right.